refusing to return to the military camp after a special leave permitted near the end of a service period. Even more surprising, this action occurred only 2 weeks before his official discharge date from military duty, leaving fans or Army worldwide in an emotionally unstable state, from worry, confusion, to mass crying on online community platforms. What exactly happened behind this unusual decision? Is it true that JUNGKOOK just wanted to enjoy time with his mysterious lover? Or is there a greater tension that has been hidden from the public all along? Internal sources from the South Korean military confirmed that JUNGKOOK was granted permission to leave the camp for personal reasons under special supervision. Right soldiers can indeed have in the final stage of their service. However, what shocked the military was the fact that JUNGKOOK did not return at the scheduled time, triggering an official reaction from the military unit where he served. Shortly after, representatives from his agency, HYB, were summoned to provide clarification. While the military emphasized that there was no element of desertion since his service was almost complete, JUNGKOOK's absence still raised serious questions. Why would an idol known for discipline and dedication choose a step that technically violated protocol? The chronology states that a day before he was scheduled to return to the camp, JUNGKOOK was seen in the Hanamdong area, Seoul, exiting a black vehicle with a woman unknown to the public. The video immediately went viral, and within hours, social media was flooded with speculation. Soon after, shocking news emerged. JIMIN, a close friend and BTS groupmate, reportedly contacted JUNGKOOK personally and asked him to reconsider his decision. This information came from a source close to both members, stating that JIMIN, known to have a strong emotional bond with JUNGKOOK, called in tears, pleading for the younger member to return to the path they had agreed upon together. JUNGKOOK is not just a friend to me. He is a brother I protect. I just want him to be okay, JIMIN said, according to an unconfirmed transcript of the statement that has circulated among Korean media. JUNGKOOK's dramatic step naturally triggered an emotional reaction from the army. Fan community forums were flooded with touching messages, support, and also concern. Many admitted to crying upon learning that JUNGKOOK was likely undergoing heavy emotional pressure. Not a few questioned whether the presence of the woman in JUNGKOOK's life was the trigger. News about the woman accompanying JUNGKOOK during that moment further strengthened the suspicion that he might be in a life phase heading toward a serious relationship. Some fans refused to believe the news, but many declared they were ready to accept whatever personal decisions their idol made. I cried all night, not because he fell in love, but because I know he is struggling and feels trapped, wrote a user on Korean Twitter with thousands of retweets. As this article was written, HYB had not provided an official statement, but an agency staff member leaked to the media that they were conducting internal handling and were communicating with the military. JUNGKOOK is in good physical and mental condition. We just want to ensure that all administrative processes run according to procedures, without worsening a situation that is already very emotional, said the source. More interestingly, some Korean journalists revealed that the woman seen with JUNGKOOK is not from the entertainment industry, but is an independent creator known in digital music and visual circles. They are suspected to be collaborating on a secret creative project but have recently grown close personally. Yet the question remains hanging. Is JUNGKOOK really in love? Or is this part of an introspective phase occurring as he returns to the celebrity world? Several entertainment industry observers stated that JUNGKOOK's action could be a form of symbolic refusal against public expectations that have loomed over him even during his military service. He has been the center of the world since age 15. Approaching his return to entertainment, that pressure can be a heavy burden, said Kim Ji-hoon, a K-pop music columnist. Furthermore, Kim added that JIMIN's phone call might be the last effort from a friend seeing JUNGKOOK on the verge of emotional exhaustion. Sometimes, even the strongest person can feel shattered. And sometimes, a call from someone who loves us is enough to change a big decision. He explained, and an increasingly heated atmosphere. Army now awaits two things: official confirmation from HYB and JUNGKOOK's final decision. Will he return to the military camp and formally complete his last days? Or will he remain outside and start a new life as a freer individual? This crisis, at first glance, seems like a minor incident in a military transition, but in reality, it has touched deeper layers. It's not just about JUNGKOOK and his lover. It's about the existence of a global star beginning to question his place in the world that raised him. Whatever will happen in the coming days, one thing is very clear. JUNGKOOK is no longer just a symbol of BTS or global K-pop. He has now become a symbol of the personal struggle of a young human trying to find meaning in freedom, love, and his own life choices. And in that struggle, ARMY learns that loving a true idol means giving space for growth, even if it means letting him choose a different path than what we have always expected. The news about JUNGKOOK refusing to return to the military camp and his intimate relationship with a mysterious woman that shocked the Korean entertainment world certainly sparked various reactions from the wider public, especially ARMY, who have long idolized the Golden Magne. But before we get swept away by emotions and assumptions, the fundamental question we must ask together is, did this event really happen as reported? Or is it merely media fabrication designed to attract attention and boost popularity? In an era where information spreads so fast through platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and various other online media, it is very important for us to adopt a skeptical and reflective attitude. The fact that this information comes from multiple sources at once does not necessarily guarantee its validity. On the contrary, the spread of unverified news can cause emotional chaos and distort public views, ultimately harming all parties, especially the idol and sincere fans. To what extent can we trust the narrative presented? Is the viral video showing JUNGKOOK with the woman genuine and unmanipulated? Is the claim that JIMIN contacted JUNGKOOK in tears a fact, or just speculation based on anonymous sources? What about the cautious and minimal information statement from HYBE agency? Shouldn't we approach all this with critical consideration, not just emotion and rumors? Often, sensational news like this is deliberately created or exaggerated to gain public attention and trigger high interaction in the virtual world. Are we vigilant enough that behind the rows of clicks and viral comments, there are certain interests that are not transparent? What if this scenario is just a strategy to maintain ARMY's interest in JUNGKOOK and BTS during the military hiatus? Why should we pause and ask ourselves, have I verified the information I received? Or are we merely part of a wave of hoax spreading unknowingly? We must also reflect on the consequences of our trust in such news. Have our actions as fans sharing videos, investigating private lives, or judging the idol's choices crossed reasonable privacy boundaries? How would JUNGKOOK feel if he knew every step he took was monitored and made public consumption without notice? Wouldn't this create great psychological pressure on an individual who is, after all, an ordinary human being? In this context, a critical attitude does not mean negative skepticism or absolute rejection of all information, but the ability to analyze, compare sources, and seek the real truth. As modern news consumers, we must ask further. Who benefits from the spread of this news? Is there strong evidence supporting the claim, or is it just rumors and assumptions? What role does social media play in accelerating and amplifying unverified news? Have we considered the ethics of spreading information that could negatively impact someone's life? We do not intend to obscure the truth, but invite all viewers to jointly maintain the integrity and accuracy of information. The real truth can only be obtained through careful verification and respect for facts. Therefore, we urge you not to immediately believe every circulating news before official confirmation from related parties. Let's use this moment for deeper reflection. How can we as fans, media, and the public play a role in creating a healthy, balanced, and responsible information space? Do we want to keep being part of a cycle of baseless gossip spreading, or choose to be wise guardians of the truth? Ultimately, whatever happens to JUNGKOOK, JIMIN, or BTS as a whole, what matters most is maintaining empathy and respecting their private lives. The entertainment world may be full of glitter, but behind it all are humans with feelings, rights, and choices that we must respect. Thank you for taking the time to read and reflect on this issue with us. We will continue to strive to provide balanced and reliable information. Let's maintain the quality of discussion and critical attitude as our best form of support for idols and the truth. Are you sure this news is real, or is it just a product of media creativity craving attention? What is your opinion about our responsibility as news consumers in facing sensitive issues like this? Let's discuss openly and respectfully.